Dorit Kemsley backtracks on claim PK was not a good father to their kids. Dorit Kemsley has been dragging her estranged husband Paul PK Kemsley all season, but did she just take things too far? The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star made a shocking claim about PK in the latest episode, and now she's backtracking. Dorit's admission that the 57-year-old was not a good father to their kids came as a big surprise to her castmates. However, the mom of two quickly changed her tune while talking about PK on the RHOBH after show. The scene was discussed again during her sit-down alongside her friend Bozoma St. John and a producer as they recapped the episode. However, Dorit had something different to say when the topic was brought up again. RHOBH star Dorit Kemsley backtracks after saying PK was not a good father. Dorit must have gotten a call from her estranged husband about her bold admission in episode 10, because now she's taking back the claim that he's not a good dad. During a brunch with Kathy Hilton, Erica Jane, and Bozoma St. John, Dorit updated the women on PK's behavior, noting he had sent her a vicious email that blindsided her. At some point, Kathy said, "I think he's a very good father. Am I correct?" "Wrong," retorted Dorit. However, she cleared that up on the RHOBH after show. "Do I think PK is a bad father? No, not at all," said Dorit. "Do I think he's a good father? Yes, I do, truly." Dorit reasoned that PK is not the most hands-on father with their kids, but that there are different ways to be a good dad, and the kids are lucky to have him. Dorit felt bad after her surprising comment about PK. Regarding why she claimed that in the first place, the Beverly Beach founder said she was going through a range of emotions after getting the scathing email from PK. "In that moment, I had just gotten a really difficult 9-page email," shared Dorit on the RHOHB after show. "It wasn't just blindsided, it was 'Who are you? Who is this person?' That email was proof that not only did PK want a divorce, but that it was going to get messy despite their agreement to be amicable no matter what happened for the sake of their kids." Dorit said she expressed how she felt at the moment when asked if he was a good dad, but has since had time to reflect. "It's one of those things, if I'm honest, that I didn't feel great about the next day," she confessed. Dorit and PK were married for almost a decade before announcing their separation in May 2024. The couple shares 2 kids, a 10-year-old son, Jagger, and an 8-year-old daughter, Phoenix. Dorit Kemsley had barely set down her morning oat milk latte before the headlines hit. Dorit Kemsley slams PK's parenting skills. Blared one, while another dramatically declared, "ROB star says PK not a good father to their kids." Her perfectly manicured fingers trembled as she scrolled through the social media storm, the comment section a battleground between concerned fans, gleeful trolls, and die-hard PK defenders. This was not what she meant. Not at all. But of course, the press had a way of twisting words into a narrative far juicier than reality. The whole thing had started on the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where she'd made an offhanded comment during a particularly heated discussion with the ladies. "I do so much with the kids," she had sighed dramatically, dabbing the corner of her eye with a silk napkin. "PK's just not always the most involved." It was a fleeting remark, one made in the exhaustion of a long filming day, under the scrutiny of cameras, and with a glass of crisp Sauvignon Blanc, dulling her usual media training. She hadn't thought much of it at the time. But oh, the headlines did. Within hours, it was as if she had accused PK of abandoning their children entirely. The texts from PK came first. "Babe, what is this nonsense? Not a good father, really?" Then came the calls from Bravo producers. "Dorit, we need you to get ahead of this." Maybe a sit-down confessional, a social media post. The fans are running wild. And finally, there was the dreaded group chat. Kyle had simply sent a wide-eyed emoji. Teddy had offered a supportive yet vaguely judgmental "want to talk." And Erica had, of course, just dropped a gif of a bomb exploding. Rinna would have been delighted to add fuel to the fire, but she was thankfully no longer around to stir the pot. By lunchtime, the damage control strategy was set. She would clarify. She would backtrack just enough to smooth things over, but not so much that it looked like she was groveling. Cue the Instagram story. Oh my goodness, you guys, the way things get taken out of context is just wild. She chirped, her hair in effortless waves, designer glasses perched on her nose. I just want to set the record straight. PK is an amazing father to our kids. They absolutely adore him. Was I feeling a little overwhelmed that day? Sure. But let's not twist it into something it's not. To really sell it, she followed up with a post featuring PK sprawled on the floor with their children, laughing over a game of Monopoly. The caption, "Family is everything." For good measure, she also made sure that the next time she was filmed for RHOBH, she would casually mention how hands-on PK could be, without making it look too forced, of course. Maybe she'd even tell a sweet little anecdote about how he always tucked the kids in at night, or how he made them pancakes on Saturdays, even if, in reality, the nanny had a heavy hand in that process. PK, for his part, played his role well. He posted a cheeky video of himself pretending to struggle with their kids' homework, tagging Dorit with "See, babe." Absolute top-tier parenting happening right here, followed by several laughing emojis. The fans ate it up. The scandal was quelled, at least for now. By the time the next episode aired, the headlines had shifted focus to a different Housewives controversy, perhaps something about Erica's legal woes or Kyle and Mauricio's marriage. Dorit exhaled in relief. Crisis averted. As she curled up on the couch that night, scrolling through social media to make sure the storm had truly passed, PK sat beside her, smirking. "Not a good father, huh?" he teased, nudging her playfully. She rolled her eyes, leaning into him. "You know how this game works, babe." PK chuckled, wrapping an arm around her. "That I do. Just remember, next time, maybe say I'm too good of a father. Spin it the other way." Dorit laughed, already crafting the narrative in her head. The show must go on after all.